Shalom, all praise to Yahweh Shabbat Shai, Bashir Mikakodash, that belongs to the Apostle Elder Great Millstone. Salute to you brothers out there preaching his word, sincerity and truth. Alright, coming to you another video I got this article from Zero Hedge. I decided to do a lesson on it. It's entitled China's Censors Ban Hollywood Films as Beijing Builds Its Own Movie Empire. Okay. And this is big right here. This because these Moabites, Moab is the Chinese. All right, Moabites, that's their biblical nationality. All right, so these Moabites, they think they got next in the rulership. After America. All right, Russia also feels the same way. That's why they're basically separating themselves from the philosophies of America and in Europe, Western Europe, which is the beast, NATO, the EU, company with America, is the beast, and these countries are separating from their beastly philosophies, and they're doing their own thing pretty much. So this article basically, describing that these other countries that's, not for the philosophies of the West, they're doing their own thing. All right, continuing on, despite the franchise's popularity with Chinese consumers, China censors blocked all of 4 of Disney's Marvel movies released last year from being shown in the Chinese market. The films contain nothing that will obviously anger. China censors no references to Taiwan as an independent countries were included in any of the 4 films, but Axios points out they were banned because of what they did. What they didn't include mass messaging that would subtly support the CCP's long-term political aims. According to Axios, the CCP leadership and President Xi have set an ambitious goal of making China a strong film power by 2035. Well, by that time, there's going to be Yahweh Shai's kingdom. All right. And according to the Hebrew calendar, 2035 is that's all Esau's, going off his calendar, and scripture saying he changes times and laws. It's the book of Daniel, I believe, and since Esau got in power during the Renaissance, 1400s, he started changing everything around, man. Times and laws, So 2035 and 2022 right now, that's not the real, date according to the Hebrew calendar, which goes by the moon cycle, okay? Because the word moon means month. In the title of its post, Axios also described it as a movie empire and how could they accomplish this goal if domestic films don't dominate in their own backyard? Clearly, U.S. film pose a serious threat to this. Right? See, the Moabites, I guess they shooting a war movie. Among the foreign films of the Chinese box office, among the foreign films they did play in the Chinese theaters last year, 20% were released 2021. Most were older films, typically China. Regulators allow 34 foreign films to be shown in the countries every year. The highest grossing film in the Chinese box office in 2021 was the best feature film called Battle Lake Chang Changjin. Uh, what U.S. outlets have described as a propaganda war film glorifying the PLA's battle against American forces during the Korean War. All right, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not gonna read, but yeah, man, these countries are not you know, they're not falling for that wine no more, man. This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city! It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. All right, America's that bloody city. The noise of a whip, the noise of a rattling wheels, prancing horses, or the jumping chariots. The horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear. And that goes into the missiles. And there, because America's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. All right. And there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses. And there is none end of their corpse. They stumble upon their corpses. So when the day of the Lord come, man, there's going to be a whole lot of corpses, man. All right. You know, corpses in the Middle East where Armageddon is going to take place. Also, over here in America is going to be a pure desert, man. So the fowls of the birds, the birds and the insects, they're gonna feast. You know, the scavenger creatures, they're gonna feast, okay, on the bodies of these people. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, and that harlot's talking about America. That harlot that sat on top of the beast, which is NATO and EU. You know, basically controlling the beast. You know, and with that control, the harlot, sends out, it's wicked ass philosophies, lies, deceptions, witchcrafts, like the scriptures say. The mistress of witchcrafts and the selling nations through her whoredoms, and the families through her witchcraft. See that? Behold, I'm against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. So the Lord is revealing the wickedness that America, has done. And I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. For example, the LGBT, all that shit, man. That's shamefulness, man. You know, you pushing that homosexual agenda, that's not productive, man. That's not productive to the planet Earth. One of the first commandments that's given to man is be fruitful and multiply. But what America pushed, that they pushed the opposite. So these other kingdoms, these other countries, China, Russia, Iran, countries in Eastern Europe, even countries that's a part of the allies of America, which is the beast, they're looking at America, sideways, man. Uh, so that's the Lord discovering the skirts, and showing the kingdoms the shame, the other kingdoms the shame of Great Babylon, America. Man. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee bow and set thee a gazing stock. That's why these other countries are doing their own thing. Trying to shut down that Hollywood shit, man. Okay? Hollywood is in California, which is America. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. What's that line? Fornication. I think it's Habakkuk, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. On there. Alright. Revelation. Oh, that's Revelation. Yeah, Revelation 17. That gets into how EU is gonna, the European Union, countries in NATO that have nuclear capabilities. They're gonna shoot missiles on America. You know, if you read down to, well, I'm gonna just read it. Revelation 17:15. He said unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth, the same whore, which is the harlot, which is America, okay, sitteth, are peoples and multitudes of nations and tongues. All right, because all the population in America, man, they come from different backgrounds and shit, different nations, you know, different tongues. They come here from other countries to America to basically, you know, make more money. But even that money, that dollar bill, that's a that's that's fornication. That's wicked philosophies, man. Real money is gold and silver, okay? Not paper with Esau printed on it. You put this face on there, hey, because hey, he's the ruler of this world, man. Uh, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. You know, going into NATO and the EU, European Union, they're gonna hate America eventually, and they shall make. They hate America now, but you know, the Lord is putting that spirit to destroy her yet. And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That goes into nuclear destruction. Man. So these other countries like EU, they get shit. Like France, I think Germany got nukes. I know, the United Kingdom, you know, they got nukes. Great Britain, I mean. Uh, yeah, those countries right there, man, they gonna hate the war. They're gonna shoot missiles. So the missiles are gonna be coming from countries from the EU, all right, which is the 10 horns. Countries from the EU, Russia, EU, China, uh, Iran. I think Pakistan got nuclear missiles. All right, so all the missiles gonna be dropped on America, man. 200,000. That's prophesied in Revelation 9 by Apostle John. Okay. Um, yeah, man. That's pretty much it. You know, pretty much all I got. It was edifying. Shalom.